What is a night splint and why does it work for plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis and a lot of the ankle itises? So being peroneal tendonitis, tibialis posterior tendonitis and all the other things. Well, a night splint is one of these things and it holds your foot and ankle at 90 degrees to your leg. The reason being is that when you're in bed at night, what happens is that your leg, because imagine this is your leg going off in that direction off the screen, it sits like that and your foot kind of flops down, and much like as you can see here, the arch, which is this bit along from here, then ends up being in this nice slightly shorter curved position, and also the heel bone is sitting higher up the back of the calf than it would be when the foot is in a functional position like it would be when you're standing, so the foot then comes like this. Now, what you might have noticed is that as I move the foot from this relaxed position up into the sort of 90 degree position, is that the arch itself lengthens, it flattens out and it lengthens. So just watch closely. So the distance between this point here, which is where the first metatarsal head is, and where the heel bone is, lengthens. Now, why is that significant? Well, when you're laid in bed and you're in that sort of lengthened, laid out position, the arch is shortened, and so your foot starts to heal in that position overnight. Likewise, the Achilles tendon, it sits higher up, so the Achilles tendon attaches onto this bit here. And when your foot is 90 degrees to the floor, it's further away, so it kind of sits more like that. So in a more functional position, when you're laid in bed, it's like this, and then the rest of the foot will come like that. This is just a bag of bones, so it might be a bit conceptually harder to recognise. Anyway, what it means is that your tendons or your plantar fascia start healing in the correct position overnight, rather than what they normally do, which is that they start to heal in that shortened position. And then when you go to get out of bed in the morning, you're then lengthening the tendons really quickly, and that causes lots of micro tears. Now, micro tears are nowhere near as bad as macro tears. A macro tear being something that we can feel, like a rupture, whereas a micro tear is just lots of small tears in the structure. You know, micro tears are something that actually are aimed for. If you look at bodybuilders, when they're lifting heavy, they're creating micro tears, and that allows the muscle to grow. So when we're thinking about it in terms of the plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon and the other tendons, what we're trying to do is to make it so that the tendons start healing in a longer position, which is more functional, and then that means that when you get out of bed, it hurts a lot less.